Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. We are very much honored and privileged to have a special lecture in English today on Avatara Tattva, Doctrine of Incarnation in Bhagavata and Bhagavad Gita, a very important subject for the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna and all the spiritual seekers. Swami Atmapriyanandaji Maharaj, Pros Chancellor, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Education and Research Institute, popularly known as RKM Very, Belur Math, Howrah, West Bengal, will be delivering this all-important lecture. Swami Atmapriyanandaji completed his doctoral program leading to PhD from the Department of Theoretical Physics, University of Madras, Chennai in 1975. Earlier to that, he obtained his MSc degree in physics from the Madras Presidency College, Chennai in 1971. He did his MPhil from the University of Madras in 1972. He graduated from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, Chennai, obtaining BSc degree in 1968. Revered Maharaj joined as a brahmachari in 1978 at Ramakrishna Mission Sharda Peta, a huge educational complex at Belur Math, the headquarters of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. He was posted at Ramakrishna Mission Vidya Mandira, a residential college, which was the first venture of the Ramakrishna Mission in the field of higher education. He taught physics at Vidya Mandira for the BSc Honours course from 1978 to 2005. Then he became the vice principal in 1886 and later principal in 1992 and remained as principal up to July 2005. He was made the convener of the committee formed by Ramakrishna Mission to start a university fulfilling the dream of Swami Vivekananda. In fact, Swamiji prophesied that Belur Math would develop into a great university. The university became reality in January 2025. Revered Atmapriyanandaji Maharaj became the first Vice Chancellor of the university with headquarters at Belur and took charge 4 July 2005, and he was Vice Chancellor for the long period of 15 years until 2020. Now Revered Maharaj is Pros Chancellor and Secretary of the University Center from August 2020, continuing in this post till now. Revered Maharaj has widely travelled in India and several countries like USA, UK, Europe, Australia, Morocco, etc., preaching Vedanta, Ramakrishna Vivekananda thought, etc., through hundreds of talks, interactions, seminar participations, especially from the point of view its resonance with the modern scientific discoveries in the light of Swami Vivekananda's teachings on the Jnana Yoga and Raja Yoga. Revered Maharaj has contributed hundreds of papers and articles on Vedanta, and he has contributed several articles to our own magazines, Prabuddha Bharata and Vedanta Kesari. He has published translations in English with copious notes of the Shankaracharya's Atma, Anatma, Viveka and Sannyasa Upanishad. Revered Maharaj represented Hinduism in several global interfaith organizations like New York-based Religions for Peace, Tokyo-based Working for Children all over the world, and also in Italy. a very distinguished scholar, a great administrator, and a revered monk we have in our midst. I heartily welcome all of you, revered Maharaj, and for the lecture, and I humbly request revered Maharaj to speak on a very important and very interesting topic, Avatara Tattva in Bhagavata and Bhagavad Gita. Over to Maharaj.
Om Shakti Samudra Samutsatarangam Darishita Prema Vijrumbhitarangam Samshaya Rakshasa Nasha Mahastram Yami Gurum Sharanam Bhava Vaidyam Advaya Tattva Samahita Chittam Projvala Bhakti Patavrita Vrittam Karma Kalevara Madbhuta Cheshtam Yami Gurum Sharanam Bhava Vaidyam Naradeva Deva Jaya Jaya Naradeva Om Sthapakaya Cha Dharmasya Sarva Dharma Swarupine Avatara Varisthaya Ramakrishnaya Te Namaha. I suppose all of you have this small sheet with you, which I will be using. So, revered Swami Atmapriyanandaji and other monks present here, brahmacharis, and dear devotees of this part of the country, those who are attending offline, and I heard nearly 1,000 people are attending online also. So, the virtual listeners as well as the physical listeners, my hearty greetings to all of you. The topic I have chosen for discussion today is the Avatara Tattva in the light of the Srimad Bhagavatam and Srimad Bhagavad Gita. First, I should acknowledge the great contribution of Swami Atmapriyanandaji of revered memory, who was the Vice President of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission for a long time, and the Adhyaksha of the Ramakrishna Math Madras. When I was a student, I owe so much to him for intellectually mentoring me for several decades, and Swami Smarananandaji, under whom I had the privilege of joining as a brahmachari at Sharada Peeth near Beluru Math. He taught me all that I knew about the Bhagavad Gita, and particularly the principle of Avatara Tattva in the Bhagavad Gita. These two predominantly should be remembered, and several others. Sri Ramakrishna says in the Gospel of Ramakrishna, Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, in Bengali he says, Shaktiri Avatar, Brahmer Avatar Haina. Avatara is of Shakti only. You remember the last day, towards the end of his life, Swami Vivekananda, then Narendranath, still harboring doubt about Sri Ramakrishna's avataratva, incarnation, was thinking within himself, if now he says that he is an avatara, then I will accept it. Ramakrishna read the untold thought, unspoken word, and he said, Noren, ekhone ki shandeho, je Ram, je Krishna, se idaning Ramakrishna, kintu tor Vedantir dike noy. He said, he who was Rama, he who was Krishna, is Ramakrishna in this body, but not in your Vedantic sense. What does that mean? It means that in Vedantic sense there is no avatara. All of us are only avataras. Every one of us is Brahman, potentially. The Atman which we are in our real nature, is identical with Brahman according to Shankara's Advaita philosophy. We are part of Brahman according to Vishishta Advaita philosophy of Ramanuja. We are separate but eternally dependent on Brahman according to Advaita philosophy of Madhva. In the Vedanta, therefore, there is no special manifestation of Avatara, although Vedanta accepts what are known as Adhikarika Purushas in the Brahma Sutras, special kinds of beings who are called Ishvara Kotis, Nitya Suris, Adhikarika Purushas, specially commissioned by the divine to teach mankind. A big question in Vedanta is, who teaches humanity? If the teaching about liberation, about mukti is to be taught, the person who teaches it should himself be a mukta. A bound person, a bound soul, cannot liberate another bound soul. A person who is liberated is called a Jivan Mukta in Vedanta. Can you continue to live in the body? This is a big question, unsolved in Vedanta, like many other questions. Is a Jivan Mukta still subject to ignorance? Hardcore Advaitins will say he is not subject to ignorance. All his bodily and physical and mental actions are guided by his prarabdha. Then those who are against this idea say, how can prarabdha remain when all the karmas vanish? Kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare, the Shruti Vakya in the Mandaka Upanishad. Kshiyante asya karmani, within brackets, except prarabdha is not mentioned anywhere in the Shruti. But the interpretation of Acharya Shankara, Bhagavan Bhashyakara, Shankara Bhagavatpada, is that prarabdha karma will remain. That is being contested by Ramanuja and others. This is a philosophical question into which we need not enter now. But such people who teach, teachers of humanity, saviors of mankind, are themselves Mukta Purushas, and obvious. A Mukta Purusha alone can make others Mukta. What is the proof? There is a method of proof in mathematics called reductio ad absurdum. Reducing it in absurdity, the Latin word. Those who are school mathematics, all of us have studied to some extent, we know a theorem is provable through this method. A theorem is given to you. What is the proof? Assume that the theorem is not true, then find out what are the consequences. If you come to an absurd consequence, then you know that the theorem is true. That's the method. So Jivan Muktas can exist to teach mankind. Adhikarika Purushas, Jivan Muktas, Ishvara Kotis are possible. They themselves are liberated, that live in the body to teach. This is the theorem. Proof. Assume that it is not true. Then what are the consequences? The consequence will be, humankind will be taught by people who are not liberated, and therefore they are subject to ignorance. How can a person who himself is in ignorance can remove others' ignorance, which is not possible? And therefore, a terrible consequence follows. All the scriptures of mankind and all the religions, the Bible, the Quran, the Vedas, all of them must have been taught by people who had not attained liberation, because if they had attained liberation, they cannot live in the body. And therefore, all the scriptures will become absolutely meaningless. This is called, in technical language, Shastra Anarthakya Prasanga. Anartha means meaningless. Anarthakya means meaninglessness. Shastra, the great scriptures of humanity, of all religions, will lose their meaning, which is absolutely unacceptable. And therefore, our original premise theorem should be accepted. This is the proof. If there had been no Jivan Muktas, no Ishvara Kotis, no incarnations of God, who, after having attained their own liberation, live in the body for the good of humanity, if it is not true, humanity cannot be taught by anybody. All the scriptures will become meaningless, which cannot be, and therefore the existence of Mukta Purushas who continue to teach mankind after having attained Mukti has to be accepted. This is one argument. And Sri Ramakrishna says, Avatara is only of the Shakti and not of Brahman. Just now we saw Brahman cannot incarnate because Brahman is Nitya Shuddha Mukta Swarupa. So who incarnates? This interestingly is accepted by Shankara also. Brahman and Brahma Shakti are two things. And Sri Ramakrishna solved this philosophical complex, perplexing riddle by saying Brahma Shakti Abhed. The Abhedatva, the non-difference of Brahman and Brahma Shakti, is a great doctrine which Sri Ramakrishna gave to the world, by which he solved the problem of incarnation of God or Avatara. There is a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, which I have quoted here, I'll come to that. Last verse of the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, the 14th chapter, which says, Brahmano hi pratisthaham amritasyabhyasya cha. The Bhagavan says, I am the support of Brahman. There Shankara is slightly perplexed. How can the incarnation, manifested being, be the support of Brahman? Apart from certain arguments, he gives a fantastic statement, an argument there. That power, Shakti, holding on to which the Brahman incarnates into this world as the Avatara, for the Lokanugraha, is the same as the I, which is Ishvara, the Bhagavan, which Krishna talks about. There he makes a statement, Shakti Shakti Mato Ananyatva, the Shankara speaking. This was pointed to us by Swami Smarananandaji, which is exactly what Sri Ramakrishna said. Shakti and Shaktiman are identical. It's the Shakti which incarnates. The verse which just now we chanted, Shakti Samudra Samutsatarangam, the sheet which I have given you, starts with this. Shakti Samudra, if you imagine Shakti to be a huge ocean, constantly waves are arising in this ocean, and each wave represents an incarnation. There could be huge waves, there could be small waves, but all of them are waves in the same ocean. When Swami Vivekananda said, Avatara Varisthaya, it is not a comparison between the various avatars, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, and the Ramakrishna is the greatest of incarnation. Let us not make that mistake very fanatically. Swami Veereshwaranji of revered memory once explained this very beautifully in a modern parlance. He said, certain actors, film stars, they act in so many films, but a particular film is a huge hit. For example, when we were young, we were two Ganeshans. One is Jamuni Ganeshan and there is Shivaji Ganeshan. Shivaji Ganeshan got the name Shivaji Ganeshan because when he acted as Shivaji in one film, it fitted him so well. People were simply charmed because he exactly was like Shivaji. So they said, oh, you're Shivaji Ganesh. Not that the other films were not good, but this was an exceptionally brilliant film which overshadowed the glory of other films. The same person, in exactly the same way, the same person, same Shakti, same power, which comes again and again as an incarnation of God. You can't compare the same person with the same person. There is no comparison. It is the same person coming again and again, but in a particular setting, in a particular circumstance, he excels himself. This is the English expression we use. This time you excelled yourself. That means the performance, the way he acted there was so extraordinarily excellent that it appears as if he has excelled himself. You are the Shrestha. Not that the others were not Shrestha, the same person. Exactly the same way, the same power came as Buddha or Jesus or Rama or Krishna or Ramakrishna. But in this particular context, as Vivekananda said, the circumstance in which he was born was so terrible. The Ghana Andhakar, he says in Bengali, it's terrible darkness of ignorance overshadowing everywhere. And by contrast, he shined as a beacon light, as a very bright sun or a star. And therefore, he is called Avatara Varishtha. It is the same power. Not that Ramakrishna was better than Rama and Krishna, but it is the same power coming again and again. So Shakti Samudra, in this great ocean of Shakti, the waves after waves are coming, and Ramakrishna, the present context, is the biggest wave. And Vedanta will say all of us are also there in the same ocean. We may be small bubbles, very, very small waves, but we are connected to everything through the ocean. That's how Vedanta and Bhakti and incarnation are reconciled. We are of the same essence. When Vedanta says Atman and Brahman are identical, the Atma Brahma Aikya through the Mahavakyas, don't make the mistake that Ishvara and Jiva are identical. We can be identical with Brahman and not with Ishvara. The example which is given is a mud into which a mouse is shaped, a clay mouse, and an elephant, clay elephant. Clay elephant and clay mouse as manifestations as mouse and elephant just cannot be identical, but as clay they are identical. The manifestation can never have identity. Jiva can never be identical with Ishvara, but Jiva minus the Upadhi of Jiva, Ishvara minus the Upadhis of Ishvara, they are identical as Chaitanya. This you should have it clearly in mind. Those ultra-Advaitists should also remember this. Those ultra-Bhaktas also should remember this. We are of the same essence as the Lord Himself, but our manifestation in this physical form or the mental form is different. Now, what is the purpose of an incarnation? The second shloka which I have quoted here in the sheet, the first page, you can see, this is a big question. Why does the Lord incarnate? Bhagavan himself has said in the Bhagavad Gita, the famous shloka you may remember, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That's a very enigmatic verse. Bhagavata says, as long as Sri Krishna was there living in the body in the Martyadhama, Kali Purusha could not enter. Kali Purusha, we are now at the spell of the Kali Purusha and the Kali Yuga, where everywhere there will be complete adharma, there will be total chaos, Rakshasas and Asuras will be ruling everywhere. You can see it now. No point in getting astonished or unhappy. This is Kali Yuga. There is an interesting story in Ramakrishna's life. Sri Ramakrishna once saw a vision in which he saw Keshav Chandra Sen, the founder of the Brahmo movement, and the followers. Keshav Chandra Sen had a red stone on his head, the Mukuta, which represented Rajas. So Jagadamba, Bhavatarini Kali, came and told Ramakrishna, teach something to them. Either kichu upadesh dao. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, Ma, era to Ingreji poda log, Englishmen, bore amar katha ki sunbe. These people are studied in English, so will they accept what I say? Then mother smiled and said, this is recorded in the gospel, Kolite erakami hobe, tabu tumi bolo. This is how things will happen in the Kali Yuga, but still you go on. So when we feel upset about what's happened in the geopolitical scenario just now, everybody is fighting and bombing, destroying property and men. Why is it happening? Then the mother comes and tells us, Kolite erakami hobe. So purpose of incarnation has been explained in some way in the Bhagavad Gita through this. Now Kali Purusha could not enter, this is Swami Tapasyanandaji's input, as long as Sri Krishna was in the human body on the earth. The moment Sri Krishna left, Kali entered. This is what the Bhagavata says. Now question, if the incarnation of God, the Avatara, comes for dharma samsthapana, establishment of dharma, why is it that as soon as he left, ghor adharma, terrible adharma entered this world? What kind of dharma samsthapana did he do? We are asking this question now. Many people ask, our own devotees, what is it? Thakur came and his Shakti, mother and Swamiji and so many people. Why is it so much of adharma is happening? What did Thakur do? What did Ramakrishna do? We try to evade the question usually. No, it is all seeds. But you have to answer this question. What did Ramakrishna do, being an incarnation of dharma samsthapana? Sarva dharma swarupani, sthapakaya dharma. Say, what dharma you are doing? Ghor adharma is prevailing everywhere. So what is the meaning of dharma samsthapana? Those of you are interested can refer to Swami Tapasyanandaji's extraordinary notes on the Bhagavad Gita. He has a small book published by Ramakrishna Math, Chennai. Bhagavad Gita, Scripture of Mankind. It should be available here also. Please read the notes there. I wish somebody translated those notes into various other languages also. Only the notes on certain shlokas. Here he says, what is dharma samsthapana? Dharma samsthapana actually means reviving, resuscitating and rejuvenating a human being's faith in the Supreme, in God, in the possibility of realization of God. Man has completely forgotten that he is divine, and the possibility of realizing God has been totally neglected. In Vedanta, three kinds of obstacles are mentioned, pratibandhaka. One is samshaya bhavana. You have doubts about the existence of God, existence of Supreme Being. Even if you accept this, have some kind of a faith, then you have asambhavana. Yes, it is true, but impossible for us, asambhavana. It's not possible for us to realize it. The third obstacle is, after having realized it also, you behave in such a way that only an ignorant, unrealized soul behave. Even men of realization behave in such a way like an unrealized soul. This was the Shankara's statement in the Upodghata Bhashya, introductory commentary on the Brahmasutra, Pashvadipascha Visheshat, he says. A jnani also behaves like an animal only. So even people, men of realization also cannot be distinguished from an ignorant person. Viparita bhavana. The story of Totapuri, the great Advaita Guru, is well known. Totapuri was such a man of realization. He was established in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, established in Brahman. He was worshipping that fire which he lighted and used to meditate in the presence of the fire. Somebody wanted to take away a portion of that fire for smoke, for his smoking. Then he becomes so angry, wanted to beat him with his tongs. Then Ramakrishna was laughing aloud. Hey, why are you laughing like this? In Bengali, he says, Shalator Brahmajnana Dauta Dekhinelam. You fellow, I've seen the extent of your Brahmajnana. I don't think in the history of religion, the disciple has called Guru as a Shala. Then Totapuri realized, yes, anger is a deadly sin, I give up anger. Even such a jnani also behaves sometimes as if he is an jnani, the viparita bhavana. So, dharma samsthapana has to be understood totally differently. It means it is possible to realize God, and realization of God, you call it Brahmajnana, you call it Atmapryanandaji, you call it Ishvara Darshana, whatever be the name you give it, it is possible. By you, by me, here, now. That kind of assurance the Avatara comes and gives us. You can do it now. It is not that you have to wait till the end of the world. It is, as Ranganathan used to say, it is not post-mortem realization. It is realization here and now. Ihaiva terjasas kuruga. Ihaiva word is used in the Bhagavad Gita twice in the 5th chapter, 5:19, 5:23. And then Atra Brahma Samashnute in the Kathopanishad, Jivanneva ityartaha, Vimuktascha vimuchyate, Kathopanishad. Vimuktascha, it becomes Jivan Mukta, Vimuchyate, it becomes the Videha Mukta also. Now, here you can realize God. The possibility of realizing the infinite, although in the finite body, is there for you. This the incarnation of God proves. See Ramakrishna's famous 4 sutras, called Chatussutri, famous in the Brahma Sutra. Sri Ramakrishna's 4 sutras, Chatussutri, God is, first sutra, He can be realized, second sutra, while in the human body. Third sutra, realization of God is the only aim of human life. Fourth sutra, having obtained this rare human body, a person lives in vain if he does not realize God in this very life. These are the 4 great sutras which he lived by, taught and established. That is the Dharma Samsthapana. It is possible, it is open to everybody. The Vedanta is an open science which invites everybody to experiment. If you say, I have realized it now, the rishis realize later, but nobody else can, that is not science. Science is something in which there is replicability. You can replicate the same thing elsewhere. The last punch line in the Kathopanishad. Mrityu proktam nachiketo talabdhva vidyametam yoga vidhim cha krishnam brahma prapto virajo bhut vimrityu anyopyevam yo vidadhyatmameva. Having realized this truth from Yama, the Brahma Vidya Acharya, Nachiketa become free, went beyond the cycle of birth and death. And last line, Anyo api, others also can realize this truth provided they follow the same discipline. Anywhere, anytime, anybody, any place, they can realize this. This is the open challenge of the rishis, the saving challenge of Vedanta, in which he says, you try this, you can also. If I say, I can, I have done, but you can't, it can't be science. Now, what is the meaning of Dharma Samsthapana? To revive in humanity the faith that it is possible for all of us to realize the truth here and now. All of us sitting in this beautiful hall and discussing this question, with the belief it is possible for us to do it. If I tell you it is not possible, why do you waste your time? Nobody would come. We believe, because Ramakrishna has said it is possible. He came through his realization, through his sadhana, through his teachings, repeatedly, again and again and again emphasized the realization of God, realization of the Supreme, realization of oneself as the immortal, infinite being is the only end and aim of human life, or else you have lived in vain. His whole life demonstrates this great truth. That is Dharma Samsthapana. he revives the faith in human beings and dharma, which is realization of the ultimate truths. Now, Kunti Devi in the Srimad Bhagavata, the second verse I have quoted here, I owe this to the Madhukari Bhiksha from Swami Tappasyanandaji. I have read very little, but I have listened to huge things from great Swamis. I call this Madhukari Vidya. Madhukari usually is a Bhiksha which the sadhus collect food. Spiritual food, intellectual food also is collected through Madhukari. Swami Tappasyanandaji pointed out in the very first portion of the Bhagavatam, it says, so many people keep asking, what is the purpose of coming of Sri Krishna? Many, many answers are given. Here, Kunti Devi's answer I quoted here, 8.35, 8.36. Those of you are interested, you can refer to the Bhagavatam directly. Bhavesmin klishyamananam avidya kama karmabhi shravanasmaranarhani karishyaniti kechana srinvanti gayanti grananti abhikshnasha smaranti nandanti tavehitam janaha taeva pashyanti shirena tavakam bhavapravaho paramam padambujam. Kunti Devi says, what is the purpose? Do you know? I will tell you. Bhave asmin klishyamananam, in this bhava, in this world, those are afflicted by what? Avidya kama karma. The set phrase by Bhashyakara Bhagavan Sri Shankaracharya, there are some set of pet phrases. One is avidya kama karma, other is nitya shuddha buddha mukta swabhava. Avidya kama karma. What is our problem? We do karma. Why? Because of kamana. We want to fulfill certain desires. For that we do karma. Now why are desires coming to us? Kama. Because of avidya. What is avidya? Avidya is ignorance. What is that? We are nitya shuddha purna swabhava, paripurna swabhava. We are eternally fulfilled. There is no want. We are full, we are purna. But because of ignorance, we think we are not purna. Nobody tells you are not purna, but imagine. I feel very unhappy because I don't have a car. My next neighbor brought a beautiful car. I look at the car and says, I will be fulfilled, I will become purna if I get one car. Then I purchase a car. In the meantime, my neighbor has got a second car. Oh, I need one more car. Again I feel I am asampurna. The asampurnata, feeling that I am not full, I am not fulfilled, constantly haunts us. However much I get. The story of a ghost giving a person with 7 jars full of gold coins, but one of them had half filled. Instead of enjoying the 6.5 jars of gold, he went on trying to fill the half of the 7th jar. Whole life he could not. The story is we are constantly trying to fulfill the desires endlessly, but every point we get stuck. Avidya, then kama, kamana, karma. When you do karma, what happens? We get karma phala, fruits of karma. Fruits of karma by 3 types. Bhagavad Gita, anishtam, ishtam, misram, cha, trividham karmana phalam. Pleasant, unpleasant, mixture of both. And because of that, karma phala become a bhokta. We enjoy the karma phala. We become the karta of the karma. So kartrutva, bhoktrutva, we go round and round the samsara chakra. It's a very simple proposition. Where did the whole problem begin? Because of avidya, that we are fulfilled. So Vedanta says, believe that you are full. Many people say for Vedanta and Advaita, Jnana, Marga, no faith is necessary. I argue faith is the most necessary in Jnana Marga only, not even in Bhakti Marga. Jnana Marga says, have faith in the Guru, have faith in the scripture, which tells you that you are full. Shraddhasva, Tata, Shraddhasva, Atmatvam Prakritev Paraha. Ashtavakra Samhita. Tata means out of affection. Tata means father. But the father sometimes addresses the child as Tata. Baba, Kano, Kiyoichi, etc. we say. In every language we say that. So, oh child, believe. Have faith that you are that infinite self. Then, the idea that you are small, the idea that you are full of kamana, that will all go. No desire will come to you because already fulfilled. So such people who are suffering in the world because of avidya, kama, karma, they will get liberated. How? Shravana smarana arhani karishan niti kechava. Through Shravana and Smarana of the various leelas of the Avatara. Then she adds, Kunti Devi, Srinvanti, they hear, Gayanti, they sing, Grinanti, Abhikshnashaha, Smaranti, they keep on remembering, Nandanti, they rejoice. They go beyond Bhavapravaho Paramam Padambujam. They get that finally. What does that mean? They think about the Leela of Bhagavan. Brahman, it doesn't talk, it doesn't react, it doesn't smile, simply sitting there. Nitya Shuddha Mukta Purna Swabhava. He can't even talk to Brahman. He can't do anything with Brahman. Ashabdamasparshamarupamayam tatharasam nityamagandhavachayat anadyanandam mahataparam dhruvam nichayatan mrityumukhat pramuchyate katoparshad. Or is ashabdam masparsham marupamabhyam. Let us stop this. How can I know Brahman? You can't know it. Yatova macho nivartante and all that. So, but how can I intuit it? How can I touch it? How can I relate myself to it? Then Brahman says, all right, I'll come down as an incarnation. He creates so many leelas. Incarnation of God, Bhagavan, Ishvara as an avatara, creates so many scenes and themes for meditation. By meditating any one of which you can get liberated. It's called Leela Chintana in Bhakti, which is equivalent to Jnana, because the person on whom you are meditating is the Leela Purusha. He is identical with Supreme Brahman. Brahmano vihi pratishtha aham. Shankara does not distinguish between Saguna Brahman and Nirguna Brahman at all. So Nishtha towards Nirguna Brahman is called Jnana. Nishtha towards Saguna Brahman is called Bhakti. Saguna Brahman, Nirguna Brahman being identical, Jnana and Bhakti are identical. This can be proved. There are shlokas in the Gita to prove this. Once again, I got this insight from Swami Smarananandaji. So you create themes for meditation. Sri Krishna comes down, creates so many themes. You can think of Balakrishna, his Balya Leela, he's stealing butter and playing pranks. And then the mother caught him. Hey, have you eaten mud? Open your mouth. He opens the mouth, he shows the Vishwa Brahmanda. Or you can think of Gopika Krishna, Gopi Vallabha. Or you can think of Kurukshetra Krishna. Simhanadam Jagarja, Geetam Shantam Madhuramapi Simhanadam Jagarja. Then you can think of Madhuradisha Krishna, Madhuradisha. Any kind of Krishna you can think about. Your mind is not able to become steady. Our problem is our mind is not steady. And Gita also says, Mayeva mana adhatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya. And Yoga Sutra is a terrible thing. Yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti is going there and you are catching and bringing it. Who is catching the chitta vritti? Chitta vritti itself is catching itself. I have never understood the process. Chitta vritti nirodha, if you do, who will do the chitta vritti nirodha? Chitta itself is doing its own nirodha. Chitta will never accept to do its own nirodha. It's a terrible thing. Unless highly advanced aspirants, I don't know. So, you catch hold of the chitta and then fix it on God. Bhagavan also says, Mayeva mana adhatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, manmana bhava, madhubhakta, etc. Now the incarnation of God, Avatara, gives you a different kind of practice, which is easily doable. He anticipated the videos. Once upon a time, we had only audio recordings. You have to listen. Now we have the video. You come and cry to Bhagavan. Oh Bhagavan, I am not able to concentrate. My mind is constantly moving around. I am not able to come and fix it on you. The Bhagavan says, don't worry, don't fix it. Achha, would you mind if I go with you? Ah, that's excellent. When mind is moving away, God also is moving with it. Oh, then you are constantly thinking of God. So this is called the video method of the incarnation. The incarnation says, audio is very difficult to concentrate. You get a picture, still picture, in those days even black and white, and in that picture mind is moving, pull the mind is not coming out. Oh, come on, struggle with the mind. That's why Chittavritti Nirodha people quickly go to sleep. Because the mind is moving and then you keep on pulling it till you become tired and you sleep off. But bhaktas are always full of bliss. Because they close their mind and mind is moving around, but Lord is also going with it. You tell the Lord, come on, come with me, wherever I go. The mind is moving here and there, the Lord is also running behind this. Why is He doing this? Because the bhaktas believe, and it is true, that He is great, infinite karuna. And the Bhagavan says in the Bhagavatam, Aham bhakta paradhino asvatantraiva. He is as it were asvatantra, he is not free, he is nitya shuddha mukta svabhava, he is swatantra, but he can be captured and bound by bhakti. There is an interesting story in the Mahabharata, Bhagavata also lends to it. Among the Panchapandavas, there is a great jnani called Nakula and Sahadeva. So Sri Krishna is the mischievous incarnation, mischievous quote unquote, goes and asks everybody how to stop the war. He wanted war anyway. Then Sahadeva says, there are two simple things I tell you. Please tell me, what is the thing? One, Draupadi's hair should be removed. Because she promised that unless Dushasana is killed and I smear his blood on my hair, I will not shave my hair. If the hair itself is removed, problem is solved. Second, you fellow Krishna should be jailed. You should put in jail, then war will stop. Krishna smiled and said, you can do the first thing you can do easily, but second thing, can anybody attempt? In these three worlds, is there anybody who can put me in bondage? Then Sahadeva said, are you taking the challenge? Come on, you see. He sat in meditation, put Sri Krishna in his heart and bound him tightly with the cord of love, bhakti. Then it is said, Krishna with folded hands, I accept defeat, please release me. There he said, Aham bhakta paradhi, asvatantraiva. I am a slave. Gopis, for example, there's a beautiful poem in Hindi, we read it long ago in school and college, by Rasa Khan. He's a Muslim Kavi, greatly devoted to Krishna. He says that infinite Lord, whom the Vedas themselves could not accept except through negative terms, Abheda, Acheda, Veda, etc., and the Narada, great sages are singing in praise but could not reach him, and the great yogis and Shuka and Vyasa, they are meditating upon him, cannot reach him. But these unlettered, uneducated, illiterate village women, these gopikas, simply offering some yogurt, some curd and some makhan, some curd, some butter, they simply made him dance. Sri Krishna will come, beg for some curd from you, show me one dance. Then Parabrahman is dancing before them. Sesha Ganesha Dinesha Suresha Yahi Nirantara Gave Yahi Anadi Ananda Khanda Ched Suveda Batave Narada Seshuka Vyasa Rate Pachihari Tavupani Parana Pave Tahi Ahiriki Chohariya Chachia Bari Chachme Nachana Chave. They are simply making them dance. That is the power of bhakti. Remember what Ramakrishna said towards the end of his life in Kashipur? With tears he says, I am suffering so much. If you people allow me, I will give up the body. Nitya Shukta Mukta Purna Swabhava, Bhagavan is asking, begging the devotees, please release me. And then he says, you have caught me and bound me with seva, with affection, with love and bhakti. I cannot escape. And when I think these disciples will be crying and then moving in the streets for me, I don't feel like going. That's the power of bhakti. The power of bhakti is infinitely greater than whatever jnana can bring. It's for very, very advanced people who can think of the nirakara, etc. As Bhagavan says in the Bhagavad Gita, Klesho adhikatarastesham abhyakta sakta chetasam. So I've come down as an incarnation. Think of me. And he gives you simple methods by which you can do Leela Chintana. So Kunti Devi says, Srinvanti Gayanti Grininda Bhikshanaha, etc. And Avatara Tattva in the Gita, Ajopitan Abhyayatma, etc. I mentioned just now. One more insight which I received from Swami Smarananandaji. Whenever the word Guhya Tama occurs in the Gita, it refers to Avatara Tattva. In the Gita, these three words occur. One is Guhya, other is Guhya Tara, other is Guhya Tama. All of you know the positive, comparative and superlative. Guhya means secret, because it is too sacred. It actually is extremely profound and deep knowledge. Sridhara Swami in the commentary he says, Dharma Tattvam Guhyam, Jivatma Jnana Tattvam Guhyataram, Paramatma Jnanam Guhyatamam. We learned from Swami Smaranandaji in the Ramakrishna tradition that Guhyatama is referred only to the Avatara. The 9th chapter, Araja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshavgamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Abhyayam. That refers to the Avatara Tattva. The whole of 9th chapter, that's the Avatirana Bhagavan. The Bhagavad Gita is not about bhakti to Saguna Brahman, Kali, Durga and various forms of God. It refers to bhakti to Sri Krishna himself as the Avatirana Bhagavan. There's a repeatedly he tries to urge Arjuna, try to tell Arjuna, I am here just before you, why don't you look at me? One place even Shankara says, O Arjuna, if you have any doubt that whether it is possible to do anasakta karma yoga without attachment to karma and karma phala sakti and karma asakti, it is almost impossible. Is it possible at all if you have any doubt? Shankara Bhashyakara says, Mam katham na pashyasi. He reveals himself as Bhagavan. Why don't you look at me? Name parthasti kartavyam tushulokesha kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam bhartaye vashakarmani. I have nothing to attain in this world. I have no desire. Still I am endlessly working. Yadi aham na varteyam jatakarman atandrita mama vartmanam vartante manusha partha sarvra utsedeyu rime lokana kuryam karma jedaham. If I do not work, the whole world will go to pieces and perish. So do work, but don't be attached. The passion of a person who does karma with attachment, passion should be taken in and the attachment should be given up. So he says, easiest way to realize the Supreme Being is come, fix your mind on me. The second page you can see, 9.34 and 18.65. The same verse occurs twice with a small difference in the second line. Manmana bhava madabhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. He calls them Guhyatama. just the previous verse, 9.18.65, and before that he says, Guhyatara. Idite jnanamakyatam guhyataram maya. The whole of Gita teaching, he calls it Guhyatara. Sarva Guhyatamam bhuyaha suname paramam vachaha. I am now going to tell you Sarva Guhyatamam. That Guhyatama, the profoundest of all teachings, among all teachings, this is the most profound. Guhya Sarva Guhyatama. I am telling it to you, Arjuna. Why? Because you are my Sakha. You are my so dear. Bhaktosvi Sakha Cheti. Rahasyam Heduduttamam. This great secret I am going to tell you. So simple a secret. Come to me, I will give you liberation. I used to think, why are people so much trying and going here and meditating, etc. Lord says, I am sitting with liberation. Go and tell him, just a few tears you should have. Genuine tears. No, Lord, I am unable to meditate. My mind is listening. What do you want? I want mukti. Hey, you mukti. Finished. So simple. He is waiting. Mukti data, tum shanti data, mukti data. He is just waiting to give you liberation. This is mentioned by Patanjali also. Once I asked Pujya Swami Bhajananandaji, who is a great expert in Yoga Shastra, I told him, Maharaj, why did Patanjali put this as one of the means? Ishvara pranidhana dva. He makes an alternative. Or you can go to Ishvara pranidhana, you surrender to Ishvara, you will get it. Then he said, thought for a while, maybe Patanjali, his own experience he is expressing. Lord is just waiting, particularly the incarnation comes down all the way to give all this to all of us. Now, I'll tell you a secret. In this age, it is very easy to get liberation. Those in the Satya Yuga and all, they were trying hard. Here, because nobody calls on God, just one call. Hey, there's a call from Bangalore, one devotee. What is that? Come on, let's go. Because nobody calls him now. People are so busy. You call him on the mobile phone. You know what is his number? 0. 0 is Pujya in Tamil. It's called Shunya and Purna. You call him and he immediately is there. He is waiting. In fact, Ramakrishna said, his eagerness to save us is much more than our eagerness to be saved. You know what does he say? In the beginning, God is a big magnet who attracts us. Later on, we become the big magnet that attract God. So that he comes down. It's called Avatarana. We pull him down. Come on. Just like a child cannot get on the shoulders of the father or mother. He says, no, come on, come down. The father, the tall 6-footer, he comes down so that the child can ride on it. So he comes down so that we can ride on his shoulders and walk. And then he is just waiting eagerly. Only thing he asks for is sincerity, antarikata. If you are a hypocrite, 2 things Ramakrishna hated. One is hypocrisy, the other is arrogance. Hazra Mahasaya till the end did not want to grace because of the hypocrisy. And Mahimacharan because he was showy, snobbishness, arrogant. So if you are simple, straightforward, innocent, go and cry to him, I can't do anything, please save me. Come on. The yogis are very brave people, very bold and brave people. Yamanema, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. Then he said, so many steps. Then he said, nothing, you come to me with a simple heart, pray intensely. If you squeeze the Kathamrita gospel, you'll say, pray, pray. How many times? Vastu vichara prarthana. Antarik bhave kede kede prarthana kar. Cry to God and with tears, sincere tears, you pray to Him. Only to Avatara it is possible. He comes down only for us. And he gives just 4 simple things. Can't he not do this? Do you think it's very difficult? Manmana bhava, 1. That means as much as possible think of Him. Don't try to meditate on Him, fix your mind and then pull the mind back, nothing. Just think of him as much as possible. Mad Bhakto, be his devotee. All of us, otherwise he would not be here sitting. Madhyaji, worship him. Mam namaskuru. Go on doing namaskar. That's very good practice. I have seen old Swamis, Vireshwaranji also we have seen, Kailashanandaji, they will always go on. Whenever they enter the room, they will do pranam. Whenever they go out. Now and then we used to say, then they will look at the picture, Mam namaskuru, that's all, 4 things. Then what happens? You will come to me. And then Bhagavan says, you think, oh, is it so simple? Is it real? Satya. Yes. Satyam. Are you promising? Pratijane, I promise you, this is true. Why am I promising you? Priyosime, because you are so dear to me. Always remember, we are very dear to the Lord. Our love for God is much more than God's love for us. You know why? If all of us join together and threaten God, we will not worship you from tomorrow, he will be terribly upset. What will he do? Without Praja, there is no Raja. If all the bhaktas boycott him, he will be in deep trouble. So that's why Veer Bhaktas, they used to threaten God. Ram Prasad told the mother, Mother, you have promised to me that you will save me. But now if you don't save me, I will file a case against you. In which court? In the court of Mahadeva. And I have the document signed by you, a contract, MOU, I will save you. This is what you have said. Now if you go against it, then he'll go and sue you in the court of Mahadeva, and I will win the case. And the media is terrible. The buzz, media buzz. Breaking news. Mother and son fight in the court. Shiver dalil shil mohore rekhechi hriday khule ebar nalish korbo nather ghore dikri lobo eksho bhale maye poye mukaddama dhum hobe Ram Prasad bole. There will be huge media buzz. So, mother, don't break this contract. That means you can force your demands on mother. In the gospel, repeat, force your demands on mother. And he says, Mayeva mana adhatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, guhyattamam. Again he says, guhyattamam occurs in 3 places. The page number 5, you can make note of this. 9.1, 15.20, 18.64. Memorize these 3 numbers, not the slokas. These clearly say Guhyattamam, whenever he says, it belongs to the Avatara Tattva. And then Sri Ramakrishna, I mentioned this last time, I'll end with this last sentence, where he says, I come down in order to help you. Bhakta Anugrahaya, the Bhashyakara says, the Shankaracharya, Bhakta Anugrahaya, for gracing the devotees, he comes down as the incarnation, is Brahma Shakti, and that Shakti and Avatara, Ishvara are identical. So these are certain things which are so easily given. He comes down as the Avatara Tattva, which is the Guhyattama. It is extremely difficult to understand the Avatara than God. And you may have devotion to Shiva, Kali, Durga, etc. But to have devotion to the Avatara, Avatirana Bhagavan is not so easy. So the great hymn says, Syat kadapi japayaga yoga bhoga saulabham durlabhantu Rama Krishna raga bhakti bhavanam. You may have great devotion to the various deities, but to have bhakti to Ramakrishna, the Avatirana Bhagavan, is not so easy. But he gives you the simplest way of worshipping Him through Leela Chintana. Close your eyes and think of yourself in Dakshineshwar, sitting in the room of Ramakrishna. Narayan, Rakhal, everybody has come. Narayan is singing, Ramakrishna is going to Samadhi. Constantly chase him wherever he goes. As a small girl or a small boy, you imagine yourself, and you can meditate for hours. Simply imagine. So the old Swamis used to say, Leela Chintana. Swamis used to say, every day visit Dakshineshwar, visit Kamarpukur, visit Jairambati, visit Belur Math. Every day mentally you go, then hours you can spend in meditation, joyfully and greatly. Whether we liked it or not, whether we wanted or not, somehow we've been thrown into the current of Ramakrishna. It's called Srotapanna. In the Srota, we have come there, willy-nilly, whatever is the problem. So Ramakrishna Puta Ganga, Brahmananda Sagare Jai, there's the song says, it will somehow take you to the Brahmananda Sagara, whether you know it or not, like it or not. So happily float and go. Don't too much struggle and attempt and fast and be happy. Always remember Him. Remembering the Prasanna Vadana, the joyful face of Ramakrishna itself will elevate you. So this is the greatness, the beauty, the glory of the Avatara. And in the 10th chapter, Bhagavan has said, wherever you see glory, wherever you see majesty and excellence, I am present there. I am present here, Krishna, His signs there. So see Him present everywhere and rejoice. Mooda neibainda murangai valivara kooda irundu kumulelor enbavai. In the Tamil, the Andal says, all the devotees will come together, have Shakra Pongal, because jnanis are very dry. Here, bhaktas have plenty of prasada, and so much of ghee is given that will simply flow and then enjoy. Manmana bhava madhubhakto. Bhagavan also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Matchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanticha ramanticha tushyanti ramanticha, constantly talking of God, thinking of Him, singing His glory and sharing Him together and having good prasad in His name. That's also important. Then you rejoice and be exceeding glad, as the Christ said. Christ said the same thing. Thank you so much. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Revered Swami Atmapriyanandaji Maharaj, with great erudition yet full of devotional sentiment, has explained the nuances of Avatara Tattva with a number of quotations from Bhagavata and Bhagavad Gita that has captivated the mind and heart of all of you. I, on behalf of Ramakrishna Math Bengaluru and on the behalf of all of you, profusely thank revered Maharaj for his wonderful exposition of Avatara Tattva. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Priyatam Pundarikakshaha Sarvayajneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Prenite Prenitam Jagat Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Mahamai Ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Ji Maharaj Ji Ki Jai.